So picture this, I'm dating this girl. We'll call her Emily. And let me tell you, Emily was a character. You know those people who walk into a room and they don't just want attention, they need it. Like if nobody's looking, she'll drop something on the floor just so people notice her. Yeah, that's her. And don't get me wrong, she wasn't a bad person all the time. She was fun, smart, sometimes sweet. But oh man, when she wanted to show off, she went full diva. Now let me give you a quick example so you understand. We'd go out to eat sometimes, and instead of letting me order my food, she'd order for both of us. Like I'd say, yeah, I'll just take a burger. And before the waiter could even write it down, she'd go, actually, he'll have the grilled chicken with no sauce, extra vegetables. Trust me, it's better for him. Like, excuse me, did I just get parented at Applebee's? Anyway, so one night she invites me to this fancy restaurant with her family. And when I say fancy, I mean fancy. White tablecloths. The kind of place where the bread isn't free, it's like artisan baked, and they charge you $7 for 3 little slices. And everyone whispers instead of talking, because God forbid you laugh too loud near somebody's lobster bisque. I'm nervous, right? Meeting her family, expensive place, I'm trying to play it cool. But Emily, oh no, Emily decides this is the perfect night to roast me alive. We sit down and she starts cracking jokes at my expense. At first I'm like, okay, maybe it's a little playful. I can take it. But then she starts going in. Oh, he doesn't even know anything about wine, he usually just drinks cheap beer. Haha, one time he couldn't even pronounce bruschetta, he called it bruschetta. And the family, oh, they're loving it, they're laughing. And I'm just sitting there like, wow, am I tonight's entertainment? Am I the clown she hired? Should I bring out balloon animals maybe? And you know when laughter starts spreading to other tables? Yeah, that's how loud she was going. By the time dessert came, I was this close to just pulling the fire alarm and walking out. But I didn't, I smiled. I kept it cool. I thought, all right, Emily, you got your laughs, enjoy them. But your birthday's coming up. And I've got time to plan. Now here's where it gets good. A couple weeks later, Emily comes over, leaves her laptop at my place. And look, I'm not saying I make a habit of snooping, but curiosity is a dangerous thing. That laptop was just sitting there, tempting me, and some little devil on my shoulder was like, come on, just check her Facebook. Just once. Now pause here for a second. Let me paint Emily in more detail because you need to understand her ego for this to hit. She was the type of girl who practiced her Instagram poses in the mirror. She had a good side for selfies, and if you dared take a picture from the wrong angle, she'd be like, delete that, immediately. She once cried, I kid you not, cried because her Starbucks cup said Emily instead of Emily. So imagine, her birthday dinner is her Super Bowl. And I'm about to turn it into the halftime show disaster. Fast forward, the night of her birthday. We're at this big, cozy restaurant, big long table. Balloons, gifts, cake, the whole deal. Emily walks in like it's her red carpet moment. And I'm there, calm, polite, playing it cool, because nobody suspects a thing. Dinner starts. People are eating, chatting. She's laughing extra loud, flipping her hair, basking in the attention. And the whole time, I'm just sitting there, sipping my drink like a villain in a movie, waiting for the perfect moment. And then it's time for speeches. Her mom stands up, says something sweet. Her best friend says something funny. Then it's my turn. I stand up, clink my glass. Everyone goes quiet. Emily's smiling at me like, here we go. My boyfriend's about to gush about how amazing I am, and I start off nice. I say, Emily, you're one of a kind, truly unforgettable. She's beaming. And then I add, in fact, I don't think anyone in this room will forget the beautiful messages you've been sending to your ex-boyfriend. The whole table freezes. You could hear a fork drop. Emily's smile gone. Poof. And I swear in that moment I saw her soul leave her body. Her friends are gasping. Her mom's face turns red. Her dad looks like he's about to choke on his steak. And me, I just keep talking. Calm, smooth. I pull out my phone, start reading a few lines. I don't know if I'll ever get over you. I think about you every night. The room explodes. People are whispering. Her best friend's jaw is on the floor. Her little brother literally says, damn. And Emily? She's stuttering, saying, that's not true, that's not. But oh no, it was very true. Oh yeah, after I dropped that little bomb at the table, I didn't stick around much longer. I mean, what else was there to say, right? The room was dead quiet, Emily was sitting there like she just got hit by a bus, and her family was looking at me like I was the evening news. So I just grabbed my coat, straightened it real slow, movie scene style, and said, "Well, good night, everyone." And I walked out of that restaurant like I just dropped the mic on the entire building. Honestly, I half expected background music to kick in while I left. Now here's the crazy part. The very next day, she texts me like nothing even happened. "Hey, wanna talk?" Laugh, pause, talk. "Girl, you don't need to talk. You need witness protection after that dinner. You need a new city, a new name, maybe even a fake mustache." And that's when it really hit me, that whole disaster of a birthday. That was actually the best birthday present Emily never asked for. I mean, what better gift than reality? I got made fun of for being poor. Years later, I became my bully's dad's boss. So back in high school, I wasn't exactly the cool kid. My family didn't have much. My clothes were hand-me-downs, my shoes had seen better days, and I definitely didn't have the newest phone or anything fancy. I wasn't ashamed of it, but you know how high school kids are, they notice. There was this girl in my class, let's call her Hannah. She was one of those people who always made sure everyone knew she came from money. Nice clothes, expensive bags, the latest gadgets. And for some reason, she decided I was her favorite target. It started small, but one day I asked if I could borrow a pen because mine ran out. She laughed loud enough for the whole class to hear and said something like, "You're so poor you can't even afford a pen?" Everyone laughed, and I just wanted the floor to swallow me whole. From then on, she kept making little digs about my clothes, my lunch, even my backpack. I never fought back. I just stayed quiet and kept my head down. Here's the thing though, I was good at studying. Like really good. I loved reading, solving problems, and I had big dreams even if nobody else could see them. After high school, I worked odd jobs, went to college part-time, and slowly started my own small business. At first, it was just me and a beat-up laptop in my bedroom. But over the years, it grew. And eventually, I became CEO of a company that actually started making waves in the industry. Fast forward about a decade. Hannah's dad works in a big company in the city. One day, their company sets up a meeting with a potential business partner to try and secure a deal that could basically keep them afloat. Guess who that potential business partner turned out to be? Yep, me. I showed up in a suit, walked into the meeting, and there was Hannah sitting in the lobby visiting her dad. The look on her face when she realized who I was priceless. Her jaw literally dropped. During the meeting, she couldn't even make eye contact with me, and honestly, I didn't bring up the past. I didn't need to. My presence already said everything. When the meeting ended, she finally came up to me and tried to apologize. Said something like, "I don't know if you remember me, but I was really mean back in school. I'm sorry." And I just smiled and said, "Of course I remember you, but don't worry about it. You actually motivated me to work harder." Then I shook her hand and left. Her face turned so red, and the best part, her dad was now working under the company I built.